Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'm going to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakaha Kodash. Yahweh is the Heavenly Father name. Yahweh Shai is the only begotten Son's name. So the Heavenly Father's only begotten Son's names are Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. I want to give a double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, of whom I learned this 100% truth from. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect and the speckled birds scattered through the four winds of the earth. I'm being in the Good News translation. I'm reading Wisdom of Solomon 3, 1 to 10. No, I'm 1 through 9. And I hope is edifying to the elect. Wisdom of Solomon 3, verse 1. But the righteous people are protected by God and will never suffer torment. And who is the righteous? The ones that are proclaiming the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the ones that are following the Lamb to their best ability. That's who the righteous, that's who the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to protect. Verse 2. It is a foolish mistake to think that the righteous people die and think Salaki, and that their death is a terrible evil. You don't know how the righteous is going to die. A righteous man can die peaceful. It might look like it was a horrible accident or death, but the Lord could have took the spirit before he felt that. Continuing on, verse 3. They leave us, but it is not a disaster. In fact, the righteous are at peace. When you're with the Lord, you're at peace. When you down here, you're going through hell. Wisdom of Solomon 3, verse 4 in the Good News translation. It may appear that they have suffered punishment, but they have the confidence. They have Salaki, but they have the confident hope of immortality, and that's what we do. We believe, like, shoot, if we do perish, the Lord's going to take our spirit before the flesh feel it, because the Lord is going to protect the elect. He's going to protect the righteous. Verse 5. Their sufferings were minor compared with the blessings they will receive, right? Let's read that again. Wisdom of Solomon 3, verse 5. Their suffering were minor compared with the blessings they will receive. So all the suffering we're going through. But this is talking about when Esau come down on the righteous, put us in the guillotines, whatever they're going to do. You ain't worrying about that. That is minor compared to the blessings we're going to receive, because we're ready to receive immortality and rule over all these nations. Continue on. God has tested them. Who has he tested? He had tested the elect, like gold in the fire furnace, and found them worthy to be with him. That's what we're working for. We're working to be found worthy of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua return, man. If you're not found worthy by the time he returned, your ass is smoked. He has accepted them, just as he accepted Salakia. He has accepted them, just as he accepts the sacrifices which his worshippers burn on the altar. And how do you worship him at the altar? By doing your lessons on highways and hedges, praying to the Lord, following the Lord to your best ability. Other than that, is a waste of your time. Wisdom of Solomon 3, verse 7, Good News translation. When God comes to reward the righteous, when he comes back, like you say, certain brothers are going to have spiritual power. The elect brothers are going to have spiritual power, whoever they may be. So, Wisdom of Solomon 3, verse 7, when Yahweh Bashem Yahushua comes to reward the righteous, they will blaze out against the wicked like fire and dry straw. And you know, if you don't know how fire is and dry straw, go Google it. Look at a video. That's quite fast. We're gonna burn your asses up. All these nations. But this is for the wicked people, and that's everybody that's not part of the righteous. Verse 8, they will rule over nations and people. See, we're going to rule over the nations. Just like how Esau is ruling over all the nations right now, the children of Israel are going to rule over all the nations. Starting with Yahushua, King David, that on down. And the Lord will be their king forever. See, Yahushua going to be our king forever, man. He never going to leave us no more. Verse 9, those who have put their trust in Yahushua will come to understand the truth of his ways. See? You got to put your trust in the Lord for you to come to the understanding of his ways. Those who have been faithful will live with him in his love, for he is kind and merciful to the ones whom he has chosen. Lord's willing, the chosen is the elect. Lord's willing to be part of that number, man. That's why we're doing what we have to do for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We have to be found worthy in the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So, Luke 21, verse 36. Be on watch and pray always, that you will have the strength to go safely through all the things you will selected. Let me read that over. Luke 21:36. Be on the watch and pray always, that you will have the strength to go safely through all the things that will happen, and you will stand before the Son of Man. You got to be counted worthy. If you ain't found worthy, you're not going to be able to stand in front of the Son of Man. So I hope this was edifying to the elect. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, of whom I learned this 100% truth from. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect and the speckled birds scattered through the four winds of the earth. Until next time, I say Shalom. Remember, the Lord is only coming for the righteous. And the righteous are the ones that are proclaiming and hollering Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and following him to their best ability. Shalom.